Hello, greetings. Um, my condition has been really bad. I've been thinking, and I've already said this in some videos here on YouTube and on Facebook as Zahra Laila Jawad. Um, this is really terrible. Uh, whatever happened to me when I was in Karachi, and there are some suspects who could have done this to us. We couldn't help ourselves much, even through prayers. So much incapacitated, driven, insane, attacked. I didn't know. Later on, I did some research on Google, on internet, and there was this thing on distance mind control. So it's been very serious, very, very serious. Living in Karachi, Pakistan. And now on YouTube, I've put ex-Muslim there because I was going through the ex-Muslim videos, and Abdullah Samir, on Abdullah Samir's video, if I may say so, on the attack, the threat on Harris Sultan's life and his family. That's why, in protest, condemning it, I had to put here, label myself as an ex-Muslim. And also my condition is terrible, although sometimes it kind of like when when this thing doesn't make me abuse and all, and become emotionally charged, I can think about or contemplate about religion. So to me, Islam doesn't make sense anymore. Excuse me. So that's why I decided in this madness, and also no, when this mad bouts are there, but when a little bit I get normalized, little bit, slightly, I'm also in nervous shock. However, something happens, I don't know how to explain this scientifically or medically, but that I do normalize, and then I realize that Islam has not given us what it promised, justice and all. So you can listen to Apostate Prophet and Sarah Haider's video on justice, human rights. So we were lacking that in Karachi, and what I believed, how I believed Islam should be. And there are arguments and things like that, some lies against Shia Islam, Shia Muslims. Some Muslims have said, now recently I've come across lies against some Muslims, the 4 lies against ex-Muslims on YouTube. I cannot watch it right now. I have a headache and my condition is terrible. But that what I want to say here is that many things I would like to cover about religion, but since I was told that from childhood I've been incapacitated, my potential has been cut. So right now I'm being tortured mentally, spiritually, and all this. So I will go through the Hinduism, religions. I think the whole premise of Islam, today I realize the premise of Islam is wrong, that only one God and what Prophet Muhammad gave us, or what Abrahamic religion gave us, is the only true way to God. And there are no, the other ways are superstitious, lies or conjectures, doubts. And the only ठोस sabut, as we say in Urdu, is like evidence beyond doubt, proof beyond doubt, is what Muhammad's religion has given us. So I've listened to recently some hours apostate prophet and this Daniel, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. So I'm holding my mobile. If I move it, I'm sorry if it is hurting your eyes or something. Daniel, and Daniel, his last name is with an H. I cannot pronounce it. So I realized that what he was saying, and I'd rather not comment right now. But about myself, you think whether Western system is way of life is good, or whether the Islamic way of life is good. And I feel none of them is good. There should be another way. Long time ago, I thought there should be another way to live life, to live and to have a better life than both these systems. What Islam gives us and what the secular Western system gives us. So my English is very, very simple, very because I can't, my English also has been deteriorating, so please forgive me, I've been under torture. And other such conditions in my life, which have given way to this terrible, bad English. So the thing is, if I could express myself. So sometimes even thinking and doing this is hurting me. I'm going to take a break, and then I'll come back. But I believe as Islam, humanity comes first, and every person has the right to life. And they can criticize other religions like Islam has done. Mostly every religion Islam has criticized. And only now the last prophet, seal of prophets, has brought to us, what he brought to us was the truth. As if, other people, other Muslim, other people, human beings cannot worship God or, in their own way, love God, love the divine. Like Americans have written on spirituality, like Shakti Goen. She said she wasn't a religious person. She didn't grow up in a religious environment or something, background, life, but that she believes in spirituality. In her book, I read Creative Visualization. I'm just trying to remember at the top of my head right now. It was in 1988, 87 I got her book. So you don't have to be a Muhammadan to believe in God and love God in your own way. And then comes, the counter arguments of Muslims that unity is very important. Sameness is very important. And so God has allowed, God said in the Quran, we can counter argue this or discuss this point, and not argument. But I'm a very passionate person, or I shouldn't define myself, but something's wrong with me and I'm not in my nature. So it's not an argument. Like Jiddu Krishnamurti shows us, later on I found his works. So if you want to argue about it, we can go counter arguments and keep doing this. But then we can see that we miss life. What the point? We're just into our thoughts and all this. So I had to start to think, what are these thoughts? Because maybe what Einstein said, that the same problem, thinking, it doesn't solve the Einstein's quote on. I have to search for it. I can't because I'm not in this. Einstein said the same problem or someone else also said this. But Jiddu Krishnamurti also said, with the same problem. Sorry if I'm wrong about Einstein, then please overlook this. My health condition is terrible. I can hardly get up. So, if we try to solve these problems through religion, the same kind of thing that the problem has come out of, sorry. So what has the problem come out of? What is this conflict in life? Does it come from being different than other people? So all these contemplations, I can go on doing but not reach a solution to help society, family members, myself. So it may not seem that if you go on Facebook and check my profile, sometimes I've abused and been very bad. That I wanted good for this world. I wanted to help the world, do something good, give the truth. Like, in Islam, Prophet Muhammad came to help or was sent to help us. So with the same kind of, anyways, back to the topic now, I'll be going here and there like a schizophrenic or disorderly person. So in my talk, where am I now? The same problem with the same thing, like religion can solve the problem. So, or thought can solve the problem that thought itself has created. This is what Jiddu Krishnamurti was saying. So see now, Jiddu Krishnamurti was right. We talk about Western society values. Where do they come from? Okay, they come from all the other things, philosophers, and you can look at where the Western secular thought comes from, or way of living comes from, what they believe in. Highest happiness, highest good for all, altruism, things like that. Then you can go to the Islamic one, and how Islamic thought developed through revelation first, and then how the Islamic religious scholars are high thinkers, hi-fi thinkers, thought, and it just didn't solve the problem. Didn't solve our problem of a better life, better life for all. And then there is the Ismaili group, His Highness Aga Khan. So I was a 12er Shia. And so I'm talking like this. You can get the gist of why I've put ex-Muslim there for myself. I'm a truth seeker. How I became a truth seeker? Because I was cornered very badly cornered, and lost a lot in life to my insanity, my mother, and it's just shocking. So I'm left in a shock also. It's very difficult to tell myself to believe in this, or you do understand this. Or trust anything. So please bear with me. I'm sorry if in detail you want to know like why I've done this for justice, ex-Muslim. I'm an ex-Muslim, I put there. I did not want to label myself agnostic or atheist, or atheist I cannot be because I believe in a power beyond us. But they are very brave people. They believe in what they see and what proof, evidence. And that's okay. I really admire their courage. So I'm going to end this now. You can go into detail about thanks to much appreciate the ex-Muslims on YouTube and their discussions. And also for that discussion of apostate prophet with Daniel Harris Sultan, with another one, Hamza Ali Abbasi. So there I was like, should I give my opinion or not? And I said, since I'm into this now, let me do what I can in my condition to give my opinion, because I'm not that articulate as I was told that my potential has been cut and I've been tortured mentally through distance mind control and attacks, whether you believe it or not. But there's some proof you can, I don't know, on Google search about, you can read about distance mind control. Okay, now my voice goes faint, so I'm going to end this for now and then continue later. Just woken up and we'll go and have something. Thank you so much. All the best.